Alrighty, team. How are we doing? This is a pretty late one today, 9:30 p.m. But I wanted to get done. It's the commitment I've made for the entire year is getting a video out every single day. Day 130 today, absolutely insane. All right, so today I want to talk about the crucial of face-to-face meetings. And so typically I talk about a topic that's happened throughout the day, and that's essentially what's happened today. So we've been working with a client for many months, November-ish, before November last year. And for many months, it's been pretty much radio silence. So lots and lots of back and forth communication on email, but essentially radio silence from trying to organize a meeting, trying to organize a face-to-face. It's just been just hasn't been able to work out for whatever reason. And this is very common. All right, so it's not just today. This has happened many times in my lifetime, but many times with everyone else I talk to around the business scene. And so, yes, I guess email was invented for that quick sending a message type of communication. That's now switched to, say, Microsoft Teams or Slack or Google Meet or whatever you're using, Google Chat, whatever you're using in your business, for quick fire questions and scenarios. But obviously, there's been a study, and this study's been around for a long time, where words on paper or physical, just words, it's misunderstood like 93% of the time. So 7% of communication via words only is what's understood. And so 7% is such a low number, right? And so it's a perfect example today. And why I want to dive into this is because it really makes you really understand on why we should go back to having face-to-face meetings. And when I say face-to-face meetings, I don't mean physical face-to-face, absolutely yes. I still think that trumps everything. But even like a Microsoft Teams call, a Zoom call, a Google Hangout meeting, like it's still face to face as long as you've got that full attention. But obviously in persons, I still think trumps everything because there's no distractions and you can physically have that presence. When you do a face to face meeting, you're not just it's not just about words, it's not just about words on paper, but you're combining the visual, the body, the body language, the expressions, the visualizations, the emotions, the tone of their voice, whether you can tell if they're distracted because they're off thinking about something else or they're physically reading something else, the way the tone or their speed of their voice is coming through either the screen or in person. Share screens, like sharing presentations, sharing information on a screen, whether it's through Teams or you're physically in a boardroom and you're doing a presentation on TV. There's visual representation there as well, right? So I think there is so much value to having a face-to-face conversation over sending a million emails or a million text messages back and forth. Which sometimes can lead us to essentially getting nowhere on this situation today. Many months of this, but once you do have a perfect resolution today, once you do have it, you can I guess dive into all the detail, dive into case studies, dive into exactly what you're trying to get across, what you're trying to explain, and how the outcome's going to look for a particular person and whatever you're diving into. It completely changes the game. It completely changes it from a you might be thinking like this is a negative type of conversation to extremely positive, instantly within minutes, because people can pick up on your excitement and that tone of voice, right? The excitement of the project, the excitement of what you're working on, your passion for it, it's inspirational. And you pick up that vibe like immediately, and okay, great, they've got me, they've got my back, they're going to be able to do this. And so when that happens, the trust and that relationship factor, the trust factor, skyrockets 10 times. And so I just think, in my opinion, it's absolutely crucial. Would love to get your insights and your thoughts onto this community. Have you seen this, heard this, experienced this? Do you have a plan or a process in place that you say, hey, no, we're not going to go back and forth on email anymore, we have to have a meeting? Like, is there some sort of process you go through to ensure that the whole feeling stuck or misunderstanding just doesn't happen. It's like, no, we're proceeding because we're doing this, and it has to be face to face. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'd be keen to hear your thoughts on this theme.